The long-term health of your knees is related to your hip strength, specifically that of the gluteus medius muscle. What this muscle does is it helps to prevent the knees from caving in towards each other whenever you do some sort of dynamic motion such as a squat or a lunge or going up and down stairs. When the knees cave in, this places tension on everything on the inside of the knee. It compresses everything on the outside of the knee, and it affects how your patella or your kneecap moves up and down. So if the leg is perfectly lined up, the kneecap will go up and down vertically. When the knee caves in, the patella will move in more of a C shape because that's how the leg is lined up. Long term, all of these things will compound over time and then eventually wear down your cartilage and everything else in the knee that you need to actually function. So, by strengthening the hip, you can help avoid all of this and then avoid that dreaded knee replacement when you're 60 or 70 years old. So, let's talk about my favorite ways to strengthen this muscle in a very challenging way, but also very effective manner. The first exercise is what's called a monster walk. Now, to do this, place a band around your legs. The farther down your legs you place it, the easier it'll be. So if this band were around my knees, it'd be much easier than around my feet. But because this band is easy enough that I can do it with it on my feet, I'll just do it there. Now to set up, you want to get in a wide stance, hips back, knees bent slightly. Make sure you keep the feet parallel with each other. If anatomically your feet naturally stick out, you might even have to turn the toes in slightly because we want to feel the muscle on the back outside of the hip burning when you do this exercise. So once you're set, you're going to take little steps, making sure not to let the knees go in, making sure not to let the feet get any closer together. You can go forwards and you can go backwards. I would do both and then take a break and then repeat. Obviously, I would go much farther than that, but for the sake of the camera shot, I just did a couple feet. If you're doing it correctly, you'll feel it here. If you're not feeling it there, you're not doing it right. Probably because your feet are going out or you're not keeping proper tension on that band. Now, the second exercise is very similar, but we're just going to do it sideways. So if I go front to back like we just did, that's an isometric on the hip because the angle of abduction or out to the side stays the same. Now if I do it sideways, I'm going to start, again, feet parallel, knees bent slightly, hips back slightly. Keep the feet far apart. You don't want to go so close together that there's no tension on the band because then you're not doing anything. So start with some tension, little step with the front foot, little step with the back foot, and then if you have a band that isn't old, it won't break like that. I hope you found that helpful. If you did, go ahead and hit that like button. Otherwise, if you have comments, you can put those in the comment section. And then if you want to subscribe to my channel, I just talk about different ways that we can help build and preserve a physically fit and functional body that will last throughout our lives and help us to continue to do the things that we want to do.